Cat's Eye is an anime about a group of sisters attempting to solve the mystery of why their father abandoned them. Kinda like you, except we all know why your father abandoned you. It's based on the manga by the guy who did City Hunter, so naturally the opening credits look like this. And like all fatherless behaviour, it tends to manifest itself in criminal activity. In this case, the theft of priceless artworks. We follow a police detective called Toshi who's getting a brand new hole ripped in his ass for letting a group of 3 beautiful women called Cat's Eye slip through his grasp 6 times, allowing them to get away with the aforementioned artworks. And when he isn't busy getting absolutely dominated in street races by girls on roller skates, he's hanging out at his local coffee shop called The Cat's Eye, which is run by 3 beautiful women. You're telling me it's never occurred to him. So Toshi ends up talking with Hitomi, his girlfriend and one of the 3 sisters that run the Cat's Eye, about how the cigar-smoking capitalist of a museum curator is planning on outsmarting Cat's Eye by using a litany of traps outside the vault that contains a priceless jewel. This of course provides the girls with all the info they need to sneak in and nick the thing. And Toshi wonders why Cigar-san doesn't trust the cops. He trusts them so little, in fact, that he basically threatens to throw all the cops out of his museum like an absolute chad because even he has a better chance of catching these women than Toshi and his tax-funded dullards. Dude exudes big dick energy. Meanwhile, Toshi stands around wearing the same shirt day in, day out, looking like a fucking salaryman. He's also thick as pig shit. On the night of the steal, the cops wait around like a bunch of limp dicks at a lesbian orgy, and meanwhile, Hitomi manages to crash her hang glider into the roof and the soundtrack actually makes the wah 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 noise. Best girl Rui of course makes a perfect landing because unlike Hitomi, she isn't thinking about porking a pig. Unfortunately, Big Dick Museum Curator's actually pretty decent plan is about to go tits to the heavens because Officer Dumbass can't keep his mouth shut around a cute anime waifu for 5 goddamn seconds. He deserves to be fired! Hitomi throws a photograph of the vault directly at the singular CCTV camera aimed at the vault, and it covers the lens perfectly so that it looks like the original image on the monitor. I saw something like that in a movie once. It was about this bus that had to keep its speed over 50, and if the speed dropped, it would explode. I think it was called...
Fred Williamson is boss.
Neighborino.
This guy has lasers and an electrified floor in his museum ready to melt anything that touches it, and if it weren't for Officer Glue Sniffer and the fact that women in anime are basically invincible, this guy would have nabbed them and the show would be over after 1 episode. Private sector wins again. They've also got this thing about calling the Big Dick Museum Curator an old tanuki. So what, are they saying he has big balls? What kind of an insult is this? I wish I had bullies like this when I was a kid. My self-esteem would be through the roof. Maybe I would be a Big Dick Museum Curator instead of an unsuccessful YouTuber. Remember to like and subscribe. So the old tanuki in question is asleep after getting drunk off his ass to celebrate his incoming police-induced failure while the vault is being busted into by 3 women dressed in nothing but silk leotards. Looks like they aren't the only tards in this building. So after getting the jewel, the girls get away in their Cessna plane and really at this point just give up. You couldn't catch them when they were on roller skates and you were in a car, so you certainly can't catch them now that they are the Sky Queens. Just quit being a cop and take a job cleaning up Godzilla shit like every other mid-tier Japanese male. The plane folds up and drives into the back of a small truck where they meet Mr. Nagishi, a suave motherfucker with a mustache that looks like it can deflect a meteorite. Guy may look like the bad guy in every 80s action flick, but in fact he is the girl's sugar daddy who apparently funds their exploits seemingly for the sole purpose of trolling the cops, which makes him based as fuck. They all stand around and make fun of Toshi because he deserves it. The next day, the near-constant failure seems to have given the police chief a case of perpetual soy face. Honestly, he's probably even more of a dumbass than even Toshi. Certainly has less testosterone. So after getting his ass chewed out like the guy from Fake Taxi once again, Toshi sits in the Cat's Eye coffee shop and ironically gets attacked by the cat. At which point he notices the fucking thing's collar has the jewel the girls stole earlier openly attached to it. Hitomi claims it's an imitation because everyone here is stark raving mad. And the episode ends with an 80s aerobics video, just in case you had some man batter left over from the opening.
Okay, girls, I'll work that body. Move your head back and forth.
Well, that was Cat's Eye episode 1, and I recommend the whole show. It's all on YouTube and it's great fun. Just thought I'd throw something quick and silly up while I'm working on another Tenchi review. Hope you enjoyed. In the meantime, I'm DeadEye Ducky, and may you always practice proper hang glider safety.